As the Bitcoin price continues to tumble and crumble deep down into the crypto abyss, the question now becomes, is the great Moon Boy shakeout of 2021 potentially upon us right here, right now? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What an absolutely tumultuous past 48 hours it's been here inside the cryptocurrency space. We've seen the Bitcoin price drop roughly 27% to the downside. Savage, heinous, borderline ludicrous, if you do in fact ask me. But if you are subscribed to this channel, this dump should not have come as a surprise to you, as day in and day out, the Don has been pointing out the proverbial warning signs written on the wall before the oh so gigantic fall. And right now we have to ask ourselves the questions. Are these signs in the chart potentially looking like bullish support being built before another leg to the upside? Or, my friends, could this be the early stages of a potentially much larger drop to the downside? Let's dive in and analyze. We'll begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. But of course, before we begin, if you could, smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, well, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel. Now, my friends, we'll begin right here with the structural components on the 4-hour time frame. We are still clearly right now at the time of recording clinging on to this upward sloping foghorn pattern formation, right? Now, why this is concerning to me is because notice the structural differences of the pennants we had on the way up, right? They were exhibiting very strong upward momentum, really tightening patterns that wound up building a lot of pressure and then springboarding to the upside, right? Nice tight patterns looking for springboards. Even this one, a nice little tight pattern, a springboard. This is not a tight pattern here. This is a widening pattern, right? And these foghorns, the reason that they're different than regular pennants is the fact that the volatility range is much more drastic, right? And that's why the pattern is much wider than it is tight like the others we've seen on the way up here, right? Now, this is worrying to me, rather it is worrisome to me in and of itself, because when you are nearing the potential top of a large run, you do tend to see volatility pick up in a large way because you have a ton of people on one side very worried that this could drop, so they are taking profit, they are shorting, and then on the other side, you have many people that still are willing to buy these dips and still try and push the price up higher, right? And that is why we are seeing so much whipsaw volatility right now, okay? But what is very concerning for me here, folks, is the fact that we did see multiple 20% plus drops in a very small amount of time here, right? In basically a 10-day time frame, we have seen multiple 20% drops in the Bitcoin price. Now, right, this is just a speculative theory here on my end before we continue. I just want to get this out there that there are a lot of people that hold a lot of Bitcoin, right? From times where it was worth essentially almost nothing, right? Say just chalk it up under $100 USD. Profit takers with that type of Bitcoin, I mean, that's who is able to push the market down like this 20% plus in just minutes, sometimes an hour, sometimes much less. And what you have to ask yourself is if these individuals are taking some profit, right? And there still are dip buyers. These wicks are the dip buyers with their orders set, right? Unfortunately, in my opinion, there is going to be a point here up, above 30,000 where it's possible that all of the buying liquidity, meaning all of the people that are willing to buy the dip and have their orders stacked in here, at a point, if these large profit-taking entities continue to sell this much coin up here, there's going to be a drying up of the buying liquidity here, right? I feel that there may just simply not be enough buyers up here to absorb this much sell pressure after many more of these, right? It's possible that this is enough right now. And if it's not enough, maybe we do run up again and they hammer it down once more. How many of these downward hammering moves of 20% to the downside can these buyers absorb up here in this region? Just something to think about. And the reason that this pattern is so worrisome for me here, folks, is because that's basically what I see going on here, right? You have huge profit takers and you have a bunch of people, stacking bids here to buy that and absorb their sell. But the problem is how many buyers are up at this range, right? And the question is if they're going to hammer this down so many times in a row and all of that buy liquidity is lost, well, that's when we have to start talking about a real deep correction, okay? So let's observe where we are at right now. Still, at the time of recording, clinging on to this trend line here, right? Which in and of itself could be bullish still, right? As we still right now are on a higher low trajectory, and we still are within the confines of the horn pattern. Right now, though, obviously, this red box here, okay? I mean, if we are going to start to see the beginning of a true downtrend, a lower high created here on a macro level would certainly be normal. This in and of itself could be the macro lower high right now, right? It also could be somewhat of a crude head and shoulders pattern building here, folks. It's not perfect. I've had a lot of people asking me about this. It's just not perfect because of the wicks down here, right? On both sides. It's kind of difficult to build a neckline. But what I like about this is that we really, regardless of the pattern doesn't really mean so much. Sure, it is there, but it's just the neckline coincides with the upward sloping line of the pennant, which for me has a ton of connection points, right? One there, one here, one here, one here, one here. So, head and shoulders pattern or not, it's really just this support line that I'm observing, right? You see how I'm just simplifying that there. And sure, if we do go to the line chart and take the wicks out of it, it does look even better, right? The neckline is just more profound, right? And I like that there. So sure, it is there. I see it. But, largely, it's not a big factor to me now. But for fun, if we want to take the potential measured move of the pattern, it is the size of the neckline to the top of the head, drag it to the potential breakdown point of the right shoulder. My friends, this would put us roughly right here at the top of our old upward sloping channel for Bitcoin. A pretty interesting confluence here, my friends. It's very interesting indeed, okay? Now, what I want to show you here as well is that here on the regular scale on this chart, this does line up this zone with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, which you guys know is a very important Fibonacci retracement level for me personally, right? I love this area here between the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci ratios. That's what I refer to as the honey hole of Don Curbonaccio. And there's a lot of confluence here. The old upward sloping historic support line, rather resistance, which could possibly act as new support. We have this pennant over here, right? A consolidation range. So if we draw a box around that here as well, right? I mean, there certainly is some merit that if the price were to drop down there, that we could start to see some bullish speculators step back in around that range. So, that target to me it really doesn't look like the worst thing in the world. Granted, from where we are at now, it would be roughly another, 25 to 30% move to the downside. And if we take it from the top, I mean, we're talking about a 43% correction, which would also right now be in line with what we've seen throughout Bitcoin's historic past, right? All throughout the prior Bitcoin bull markets. My friends, we have seen some absolutely, seemingly cataclysmic debacles occur on these runs, right? But time and time again, they've been over 40% many, many times. That one was 40, this one roughly 40, this one here, 33. I mean, we've had a ton of catastrophic ones, my friends, and that's actually going to lead me into my next piece of analysis here. But I think that we are overdue here. Sure, if we hold as support and we look to rip to a new higher high, my analysis will change at this time, or rather at that time. Right now, at this time, as long as we're underneath this red box here, and if we drop down into here, losing the neckline of that potential head and shoulders range, right? Losing the neckline of this old level of confluence here. This zone trading within this next little channel that I have outlined here, this is warning sign number 1. If we start to see the action in there, and then of course, if we lose this trend line here, wow, the alarm bells start going off, ding, 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 ding. And we may be in for an even more cataclysmic dump. Right now, though, what's important is to remain cool, calm, and collected, my friends. In this madness, there still is absolutely juicy trading opportunity, right? I see many people just so emotional, running around like chickens with their heads cut off. So many people getting wrecked and annihilated here. Telling Kirby, I got wrecked. My friend, do not get caught like a deer in the headlights here. You know too much. You deserve better than that, okay? What I'm trying to tell you here is that even in a cataclysmic type of drop like this, where everybody just got flash wrecked, the dawn struck gold again. And my friends, what I'm showing you here is that I even did take a long position off of the bounce the other day, right? Set my position right down there along the upward sloping trend line, took a small little in and out play. It resulted in a plus 9% profit there, right? Absolutely caught the bottom. Hickory dickory dock. The dawn got long at the bottom of the drop. Let's get this crypto. And right now, I'm now out of that trade and I'm awaiting for my next trade setup idea. So just stay cool, calm, and collected, folks, right? While everybody was panicking on that drop, this is why I'm showing this. While everybody was panicking on the drop, the Don was strategizing on the drop, right? And did the opposite of the herd. As the herd panic sold, the Don panic bought, right? Went long, right? And then I'm out now, took profits, absolutely juicy, and I'm looking for my next trade setup idea right here, right now. So if you do want to see all of my real-time trade setup ideas, trade alerts, my entry ideas, potential take profit ideas, everything like that, just like what you're seeing on your screen, that is what you get from me in VIP, exclusively in VIP. So if you want to see all of those types of things from me, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Now, let's move along to my next piece of analysis here. And that is on the weekly time frame. Okay, weekly time frame. What I want to observe first is this Bollinger Band. Okay, now the Bollinger Bands, they tell a very unique story, folks, dating all the way back through Bitcoin's history. I want you to notice the top of the band. Weekly time frame. When we've seen candle body closes and wicks and things of that nature all above this line, it has not led to good results in the short to medium term after that historically, right? Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but historically here, that was not good back there in 2013, 2014. If we zoom into the future here now, even throughout Bitcoin's massive bull run, right? Notice all the times we went to the top here and saw these gut-wrenching 30, 40% drops. They basically had always occurred after we had seen a candle body close or wick above the Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame. Even back here, my friends, look at the last bubble pop, right? 14,000 roughly, down into the down into the $3,800 range. We saw wicks above the Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame, okay? Right now, this is very concerning to me. Let's go over to a fresh chart just so you could see it better. Look at how concerning this is, folks. We have closed several candle bodies and wicks above this range without any type of correction, all right? And throughout Bitcoin's history, especially in the last bull run in particular, the Bitcoin price had a tendency to go above this region and then retract to the median line, which is the 20-week moving average, right? The pink line in the middle, right? And that was basically what occurred all the way until it didn't, and Bitcoin went on to its blow off top. But all the way up, almost every correction went through the top Bollinger Band, reverted to the median line, which is the 20-week moving average. And right now, no joke, folks, the median line here, the 20-week moving average, is at roughly 18,170 at the time of recording. And, per the historic data and tendencies of Bitcoin, it would be absolutely normal for Bitcoin to revert to that line in a healthy bull market. I'm just stating the facts of what we've seen in the past, okay? So this is a huge warning sign here. Folks, if you do appreciate everything that I'm showing thus far, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for the algorithm. Thank you for that. And by now you realize this is the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. Welcome to the channel. But you see here that mixed together with the fact that right now we are experiencing extreme euphoria, in my opinion, in terms of the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. I mean, right? We have people saying Bitcoin's never going to dip again, my friends. They're saying the institutions won't ever let it drop, Kirby. It's very evident that these people have never, ever dabbled in a financial market before. They're probably first-time investors. Their hopes are in very irrational places. The delusion is very high. And right now, this is indicative of what you see, in my opinion, at market cycle tops. Now, it doesn't have to be the end of the Bitcoin multi-year bull market. Okay, like I stated, we saw Bitcoin pull back so many times to the median line here after closing this high up on the Bollinger Band, okay? And then we continued higher and higher. That's certainly possible, right? Anything is possible here. I'm just stating this is a red warning sign here for me, okay? If we pull up our weekly RSI as well, guys, just notice this level that we're at here on the weekly time frame. Wow. I mean, the highest RSI reading in history for Bitcoin. And look at all of the other times that it's been up in that range. I just want you guys to understand why this is so important here, okay? Just look at all of this. Huge dump, huge dump, huge dump, huge dump, dump, dump. And if we keep going forward here, absolutely huge dump, 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 dump. You guys get the picture, right? All inside this range, we have seen some of these huge pops, okay? I mean, right now, it's undeniable that this is a worrying factor here, okay? And I just don't want to see everybody being bullish without a dose of reality. That's all I'm saying. Sure, we could continue to rocket right up. We could go right to 50, 60, 1,000. I'm not saying that's not possible. What I'm saying here is that for me, there are definitely signs to remain cautious, right? And my trading strategy, right, how I'm formulating my trade setup ideas is based around the fact that, right now, there could be downside action to come here. It's very possible, in my opinion, right? And I am going to be formulating my strategies around what I see in the charts here, right? Especially, folks, with the US dollar as well. If you're not subscribed here, you need to subscribe. The last 2 streams, I've been talking about the US dollar extensively and how I think there is validity here for there to be possible rebound in the US dollar over the next coming months. Okay, it does not have to occur, but there are signs on the wall right now. We have a bullish divergence on the daily time frame there on the RSI. We also have a bullish divergence on the weekly RSI here as well for the US dollar index, the DXY. We are at a, long time support line dating all the way back into the 1980s. And right now, my friends, if we break through this downward sloping resistance line, the US dollar could see an uptick. And just so you're all on the same page here, this price action here was the last Bitcoin bear market as the US dollar rose up. This action down here was the last Bitcoin bull market, okay? This action here, current Bitcoin bull market. So if we actually just turn this one in the middle red, right? So the yellow ones will be the bull markets and the red one here will show the bear market for Bitcoin. You could see the correlation. Down has been good. Up has been bad, right? And if we see that this is going to reverse, even if it's just short term, right? And by short term, I mean that maybe we don't go to a new high. Maybe we only get up to this resistance level. But if we are to see something like that occur, well, my friends, if history is to look similar in any way, moving up here would probably apply some bearish pressure to the Bitcoin price, right? So the dollar's bearish bet has been clearly overextended. Will it reverse? Only time will tell. Is it possible, and are there signs of a potential reversal? I think so. And if that occurs, I mean, that's just another thing to add into the equation for Bitcoin. But, right now, this isn't a doom and gloom video, nothing like that, my friends. This is a very educational video, I would hope for you, right? And right now, the big takeaway here is that you just need to be prepared for what's happening here, right? There are a ton of potential areas of interest down below. As I showed you, this right here, this upward sloping line, in the mid 20,000s, all here. We also have that $20,000 psychological level here, the old all-time high, mixed with this area of a bull flag, right? Old consolidation. This could potentially act as support. But even if we dropped all the way back down, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but even if we were to drop to 14,000 or something like that, I think it would be normal. I don't think, looking in hindsight 10 years from now, that a drop to 14,000 would even be anything abnormal. It would just look like more of Bitcoin's sick, heinous volatility that we've grown to all, love and cherish. If you are a trader of the volatility and an analyst of the volatility, and if you are looking to potentially keep your emotions out of it, remain cool, calm, and collected, and prepare to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. So right now, my game plan, I am looking for my next potentially life-changing trading setup right here, right now. And as I showed you earlier, I have already exited out of my last trade setup idea right there, okay? Took a nice, absolutely juicy profit. Now I am looking for my next trade setup idea right here, right now. My friends, if you want to see all of my trade setup ideas in real time, my entry ideas, my potential take profit ideas, pretty much just like what you're seeing on your screen right here, right now, then you need to join VIP, because that is where I post it exclusively, okay? I do updates here on YouTube about once per day, sometimes every other day. But VIP, it's around the clock, 24/7. When I see it, I post it. When I'm looking to strike, I post it. So my friends, seriously, don't get caught like a deer in the headlights here. Don't be taking that trip to Rec City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. So as these moon boys and degenerates continue to live a life of peril and squalor, the dawn will continue to grind for every Satoshi and dollar. Let's get this crypto. Just remember here, folks, if this bubble is actually beginning to pop, the dawn will continue to be your beacon of light throughout the darkness of the drop, right? Remember that, folks. If this bubble is beginning to pop, the dawn will continue to be your beacon of light through the darkness of the drop. Let's get this crypto. Many will just crawl back into whatever hole they crawled out of, right? This parabolic uptrend has led to many people from all walks of life just coming into this space, FOMOing into the parabola, pumping out videos, content, everything about the price going up to 1 million, 1 trillion, the fiat system's collapsing. The dawn has been here the whole time, my friends, remaining cool, calm, and collected, analyzing from a realistic perspective. And that is what I'm going to continue to do here, day in and day out. No fluff and puff. No hopium. No beyond belief hype. Realistic analysis, day in and day out. Looking to potentially crush this market and get this crypto. My friends, if you want to see my next personal trade setup ideas as I look to potentially crush the market and get this crypto, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Do not panic here. Do not get caught like a deer in the headlights. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. My friends, one last time for the YouTube algorithm, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, Well, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel, my friends. I will see you in VIP right now after this video as I look to potentially crush this market and get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe. Be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.